nothing, heading to 165.
Logan Schumacher. For West Virginia, Nick Kiussis.
And this might be West Virginia's last best chance to get on the board. Kiussis, the only winner on Friday, going against Logan Schumacher for Iowa State.
No, you're exactly right. He could be the only winner in 2 matches. That's an indicator of where, of some of the things that Coach Flynn has been looking at in terms of where do we need to move the program and get it so that these matches become not necessarily just more even, but West Virginia being in a position to win some of these things.
Kiussis with a dramatic win in extra time on Friday. West Virginia's lone win in the duel against Oklahoma State.
Yeah, and that was one of the first takedowns of the match. Now, we've had more takedowns in this match, that's for sure.
15-5 on the year that win over Oklahoma State, his 30th as a Mountaineer. So 15 as a freshman, building on 15 as a sophomore. Schumacher 13-7 as a true freshman. 1-2 in duels, 1-1 in Big 12 duels. 204-7 in high school.
Like I said, Coach Flynn Kevin Dresser has been doing a pretty good job on their recruiting end. And so he's working to bring in talented guys to get Iowa State back to where the school and as a program they think they need to be.
Yeah, you've got two coaches that were very successful with their previous stops coming to the Big 12. Of course, Dresser at Virginia Tech before he came to Iowa State.
Well, he's got it. Pretty interesting scramble going on. He's got the whizzer and that sort of tight waist of seatbelt, if you will. We're going to get a stalemate.
A minute left in the period.
You know, and the tendency is to want to go around the waist like that all the time. And every time you do that, you're sort of given the opportunity for that defensively to put that whizzer in and really hip into you. And from a leverage standpoint, it's just hard to resist instead of sort of staying down on the leg and kind of working from that side of it.
Kiussis is shot well, countered by Schumacher.
Right, because he didn't really get in, right? He got tapped the leg, but you could see he was still pretty far away, but Schumacher was able to start countering and defending. So what does that mean? It means it didn't set it up great, and he was a little too far away in taking that shot. Sometimes, though, if you want to do that, if you just want to get into a place where you start scrambling so you can start working around just to get in and get a hold of something, you know, that's a potential offense there, too. It's a tougher way to do it, but...
So for the third time today, a scoreless thirst period. Head to the second here. Kiussis on top. Have our first riding time, obviously, of the match coming here. Kiussis able to counter the initial burst from Schumacher.
We're going to get a... Schumacher's got Kiussis' leg, which, like I say, he's trying to pull it up, right? Because to some degree, he's trying to get him a little high. But if you're wrestling somebody pretty good on top, you reach over, grab their leg, they just reach through and grab your hand, and you're almost you're helping him like that when you try to pull that thing up instead of pushing it away. Well, that was close to reversal, right? It was try to Granby roll going out of bounds.
Definitely heard an ooh from the Iowa State bench to our left. So to roll it out of bounds.
Well, for whatever reason, when that roll came, Kiussis didn't kind of roll with him, right? Which is a lot of times what you end up doing. Oh, there's a cradle. Yeah, but he broke the lock. That was a pretty nice attempt at a cradle. which would have been appropriate on today, being
Cradles for Cancer.
Yes, exactly.
I was going to go there. But Schumacher escapes to make it 1-0 midway through this second period. 50 seconds of riding time racked on by Kiussis before that escape.
So neither one of them is going to score a lot from right there. So you got to move your feet, you got to do some things, create some space, play with space. And so the tough part is, if you're not careful, what ends up happening, and both guys are doing it if you're watching them, they're getting ready to make contact, and they sort of both lean forward and they put their arms up in the air a little bit as they make contact. Well, technically, that's the best time to take that shot. Now you've sort of lulled the other guy into reaching for you. So watch them. They both pop up slightly and reach for one another, which gives each of them, if they're looking for, an opportunity to take a great shot, which unfortunately neither one of them did. Kiussis did not do.
So Schumacher winning 1-0 heading to the second period. Kiussis can tie it with an escape here. Kiussis with 50 seconds of riding time in his favor from that second period, which will tick off right now. Nearly out there was Kiussis.
I don't know, he's got leg in, and so there's the, come on. I don't know why he gave him an escape. No, that was a long,
yeah,
that was a long time. But if we get down to whether riding time is going to be an issue or not, well, nobody's going to review that.
Kiussis could still get this point, but if he gets the takedown, he's going to be ahead anyway. 27 seconds of riding time in his favor. Let's add the equation now for Schumacher. Kiussis a minute away from his second straight overtime match.
Thinking that's not really his game plan, but
no.
But right now, to have a game plan, you got to generate some offense. So you're going to score a takedown. You're going to have to do something usually offensively. You don't want to be waiting for them to take the shot and then try to counter off of it. I mean, if you're really good, you can look at doing that, but you got to generate some movement on your side of things as we go under 30 seconds in the period.
Kiussis trying a shot.
There's a shot from out far, but he did a nice job of getting to both legs, pinched them together, and there's going to be a 2-point takedown with 13 seconds left in the period. I'm just going to bury him down there.
Kiussis trying to keep Schumacher on the bottom. Schumacher does roll out, but it's not going to be enough. West Virginia's on the board. As for the second straight time, Nick Kiussis picks up a win by decision, 3-2. So 25-3 in favor of Iowa State, but Kiussis continuing a very strong weekend.